Welcome back to another episode of Underground Albums, where we review upcoming artists' body of work. Hello, party people. Hope we are all doing well. Let me turn down that mic just a touch. Yeah, just a little. Hope you are doing well today. Apologies for no video yesterday. Life happened. We're back with another video. This one requires a little bit of backstory. Sometimes people tend to mess up, and this is one of these cases where I messed up bad. So I was trying to figure out what video to record today. I could do a track review, but I wanted to do like an artist of the day specifically. But so I was going through like the artists I follow, and there was nothing that really I don't know why was just calling out to me to review today. So I go through my Instagram messages for people that either sent me stuff that sometimes I miss. Sometimes people have made new stuff that I'm like, oh, let me go look. Oh, looking at their profile on Instagram makes me go look at their music. And so today's artist, who I apologize if I say the name wrong, Oktaf Kanis, messaged me on January 12th. And it appears that I saw the message, liked it, but never messaged him back. And I definitely never reviewed it. And I just want to say I am sorry. Because I don't remember anyone like that messaging me. And he sent me like a whole thing about his album. Which is what this video is. So, Oktaf, if you see this, I have not forgotten. I just saw it and I literally just saw it. I just messaged you at the time I was recording and I clicked the camera to hit record. I apologize. The album is called Another Vision, which actually before I even do that, he sent me a whole dissertation, like a little bit of a summary about himself and about the album in its entirety. Press release. Oktaf Kanis is an Indonesian modern rock musician on his best album, Another Vision, which was released on October 7th, 2022. The album Another Vision contains 10 tracks, and the other one is Another Vision Deluxe Edition. There are 16 tracks, 6 of which are bonus. The album Another Vision has been digitally released and can already be enjoyed on a number of digital music platforms. The album is full of alternative rock nuances, and there are several songs that can be said to be in the pop rock genre with modern rock recipes inherent in a number of songs on this album. Oktaf Kanis immediately worked on this album after he released his first album entitled Living in Infamy Blue, which was released digitally in August of 2021. And since we're not doing a formal artist of the day, we'll read the Spotify little dissertation about him. Oktaf Kanis is an Indonesian singer-songwriter born in Jakarta, 1995. Oktaf Kanis likes to play with gain in his music. Oktaf Kanis started recording his songs in the studio and gave birth to his debut album called Living in Infamy in 2021, which means an event that has hit the world so that the world becomes miserable and chaotic. Oktaf Kanis has released his second album, Another Vision, on October 7th, 2022. So, we're getting some international viewership, which is awesome. Shout out to the viewers in Indonesia. It is actually insane that the channel has reached someone over there. I don't know if he lives in Indonesia still, but it's cool to see different audiences. We've reached the UK like multiple times, which has been dope. We've then reached Portugal, Spain, and a few other places in Europe. I'm trying to think off the top of my head where else we landed. We landed some other spots though. If you guys want to check out any of the songs that we listened to in this video in their entirety, or just the album in general, or any of Oktaf's music, I will leave a link down below to his Instagram and the album. Be sure to go stream it on all platforms. Go check him out. Go support him. Give him a follow. If you want to be in the next video, all you have to do is do what this man did, and I completely give the go ahead to pester me about it. Which is subscribe, then follow me on Instagram, both the podcast and the personal Instagram. Follow both. I do check, and people have been doing that, and that's why we've been getting more support on our clips and Instagram reels, which thank you, by the way. And then message me on either account and just send me a link to your thing and a little bit about yourself. He did it great. I was just a dipshit and forgot. So, but we're here now. We are here now. Another Vision album review. First track is titled Another Vision. This is very interesting. Very interesting. What instrument is that? It's like a horn and a harmonica fused together. Yeah. The instrumentation is great. I don't... Whatever mic or the effects on his voice, I do not like at all. Do what together? I like the instrumentation right now. I like this. I will say, this is such a unique type of... There's instruments that I don't think I've heard like used in this style, so I'm not recognizing them. But it's solid work. First song, again, the instrumental in the actual guitars, the percussive like congos or bongos, and the drums and the lead electric guitars and the distortion, all of it. As an instrumental, it is beautiful. And just even these certain instruments that I don't even know. It's like a fusion, like I said, a horn or like a distorted horn, or these interesting leads that are blended together, and these like the rise and fall of the instrumental is really, really beautiful. I enjoy it. Everything does feel a bit damp. Everything feels like really like muddy in terms of production wise, though. I will say in terms of mix, everything feels very muddy. His voice has been processed to a way to where, one, you can't really hear him because he's drowned out by the instrumental, and two, it sounds like he recorded the file got corrupted and he still used it. So I'm really not a big fan of the vocals at all, but because I can't really hear what he said. But the instrumental so far is great. So it's okay. Next track is called Come On. This is distorted. God damn. Yeah, he's not kidding about the game. Jesus Christ. I like that guitar lead. He's mixed a little bit better. Yeah, the skill on the guitar, the instrumentation is really good. Really, really good. Okay. Mixing was a little bit better on that one. But still kind of the same thing. I really like the instrumentation, all that stuff. The gain on it is so strong. It's so everything is so distorted. But it doesn't feel like as like tight. It feels very splatty. Feels very messy. But there are elements of that I like. I feel like the lead guitar could have been brought out more. It was dry and drowned out, I think, by the gain and fuzziness of the drums and the bass of it. The refrains of "Come on" sound epic and catchy. So solid again. Next track is called Never Leave You Again. Huh? This one's rough. This one's rough. Again. The guitar's pretty solid. I don't really like that one. I think the singing is the roughest out of all of them. Very off pitch and a lot of very scratchy at times. Yeah, the instrumentals aren't terrible, but there's, I don't know, the mixing of them is just really what's taking the air out of a lot of what I'm hearing so far. There's a lot of potential I hear here. And there are elements of it that are good, elements I do like, but I just think everything just sounds so muddy and so under-processed that it's like really fighting an uphill battle here. And on top of that, it's making these songs feel 10 times longer than they are. Next track is titled Take It or Leave It. What? Hello? I'm on an adventure right now. It is a very funky, groovy. I like the funkiness of it. It has a nice swing to it. Take it or leave it. That's catchy. Song was a little too long, especially didn't change up enough. I think kind of the same critiques I have for the others. There's really much to really say about that song. It just dragged on. It felt very dull. It didn't feel very engaging that much at all, in my opinion. Next track is called Starlight. He has almost this like country twang to like the instrumentals sometimes. It's so interesting. He has like the cross between like a hoedown and like a mosh pit. It's I like the use of tambourines. Yeah, with great mixing, this actually could have been pretty good. Like, it could be like one of those things that you see at like concert, really well. All right, it's pretty solid. It actually has, like I said, it has the potential to be good if you like remastered and remixed it. Yeah, we're halfway through this album. We're halfway through. We have 5 songs left. And so far, I am seeing a lot of half-baked demos that could have been and could be phenomenal songs, conceptually and narratively. It just seems very unfinished and not thrown together in a quality way. Next track is titled Wheel. Okay. All right, we're picking up a pace here. I like it. Woo, that blues guitar. Woo! This is what I'm talking about. Now we're cooking. What wheel though? You know what? That's the best song on the album so far. We're picking up the pace. I like that. That was good. It was mixed a little bit better. The instrumental had some energy, and it changed and it moved. His refrains were catchier, a little bit better singing, still pretty rough. Processing and mixing and mastering is still pretty bad, but that was good. That was alright. That was better. Now let's continue this trend. Next track is titled My Radio. Somebody talk to me. It has kind of like this song specifically has like kind of a Jonesy influence to me a little bit. Has a bit of a Jonesy influence, that song does. Not terrible. A pick me up too, but it's alright. Next track is titled Coming from the Darkside. So it's about me essentially. It makes sense. I produced the album. I'll tell you what, his ability to put instrumentals together, great. Corey Feldman type energy. From the Darkside, a pot top. That shaker sounds off.
a little bit, like a touch, like just a little. It's like aquatic percussion. Hey yo. That song I probably gotta come back to. There's elements of it that I like, but more or less the same. Having 2 to 3 back-to-back 5-minute songs is kind of wild to me, in my opinion. Next track is titled "Waiting for the Sun." You know, his voice is slowly sounding like more and more. It's not. Is it? Is it? It's not. It reminds me of Phil Collins' song, but I don't know if it's his voice that's singing. Or I don't know if it was Phil Collins that made that one song on that one movie, Simran of the Stallion. It's just, you can't break me, I'm free. Gotta fight around the fight. I gotta fight with all my might. Don't push me, I'm fighting. Never gonna give it up, no.
Ooh. Whatever this is, I like that. That outro was interesting, cool. Again, I like the grittiness of his voice on that one. That one actually fits. We're all waiting for the sun. I like that. I like that part. So solid. And the final track we will listen to is titled Angela. Oh, find us wherever we go. I can't square dance. I would be dancing right now, but I can't square dance. I'll feel your way. Is that an organ being used? That's dope. That is a dope organ use of it. That's a good use of organ. Or a vibrating synth that imitates an organ. Either one. Angela. Angela. Top of the block when I feel you. And I feel you breathing. An interesting outro. Angela is a very interesting way to pronounce it. But, you know. Shout out to her. I like it. I think it's a solid outro. And the vibrating synth or organ that is the organ or vibrating synth that's here there to imitate an organ is a great element that I did not expect. I did like that. All right, that was Oktaf Kanis' album Another Vision. How am I feeling about it overall? As an album, I don't think it's that good in my opinion, simply just because the biggest culprit is that it feels very unfit, not done. These feel like very half-baked demos. It feels like something like Corey Feldman would release, like Anthony Fantano would give it a not good, but I'm not gonna say that all the way.
I just think overall, vocally,
he doesn't have the skill to hold up a song. So at this current moment in time, I don't believe he's been able to really have a strong enough voice to sing well across the album. In terms of narratively, I can't really understand what he's talking about with the narrative of this album because the mixing isn't very good. It's a very muddy, dark, fuzzy sound that isn't clear, and so you can't even really hear him half the time. A lot of these songs run for way too much time. They run way too long. It feels very dull, and there's not enough switch ups, enough change or variation within the songs themselves and the album as an entirety that would make it an engaging listen that you would stay for 5.5 minutes. There are legitimately, out of the 10 songs we listened to, about About just about half of them are either just south of 5 minutes or 5 minutes up or 5 minutes plus. And there wasn't enough variation to justify that length to make it engaging and to force someone to listen to it. Instrumentally wise, however, is a different story. I think there's a lot of great instrumentals here. Great use of guitars. He blends like different types of rock really well. He blends acoustic stuff really well. He blends again, he sounds like the cross between a hoedown and a mosh pit. There's some blues guitars in here that I like. Though again, the organs, the percussion use is great. The instrumentals are so tight. It's really baffling how that part is so strikingly seems very like the best part of the songs, and then everything else just falls to the wayside so hard. I don't know. Overall, this was a very dull album. I think there's great ideas presented. There's great potential for once he gets like good mixing and like a vocal coach or something, or someone that actually can like audio engineer his music well. I think that there could be a really great development of stuff. But as right now, I'm feeling a decent to strong 2 out of 10 on this one. Let me know what you guys think, though. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You know, shout out to Anthony Fantano. If you want to listen to the entire album down below, I will leave a link in the description. While you're down there, please, if you like this video or you want to see more videos like this, or please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out a lot. We've been getting more and more subscribers each day. Road to 1,000, please, and thank you. That being said, today's underground album was Another Vision by Oktaf Kanis. Sorry for butchering the name. Stay safe, take care, stay hydrated, go enjoy the sun today. Or if there's no sun, go enjoy outside, go in nature, go touch grass in the nicest way possible. Bye-bye.